Good day to you. My name is Aaron Alcaraz, and I'm here to discuss my experiences and key takeaways from modules 1 to 3 of GELITWO. Starting with Module 1, we delved into a rich array of literary texts and films. This included compelling written works such as Luisa Valenzuela's Vision Out of the Corner of One Eye, Shirley Jackson's The Lottery, and Catherine Lynn's The Taximan Story. We also explored captivating video materials like 2 plus 2 equals 5, Tuck Me In, and Bite Size Horror Elevator, which were some of my favorites among the pieces tackled during our lessons. During this module, I truly grasped that literature in its essence connects people across diverse countries and cultures through shared values and experiences. While the setting of each piece may differ, there's always a common ground that transcends geographical boundaries. Whether we're engaging with text-based narratives or visual storytelling, this inherent universality allows authors to share their unique experiences, enabling readers and viewers from vastly different backgrounds to relate, empathize, and find echoes of their own lives within the stories. A powerful example of this is Luisa Valenzuela's Vision Out of the Corner of One Eye. Although the author is from Argentina, a country far removed from our own, many women in the Philippines can intimately relate to the story's core theme. The narrative vividly portrays a woman being inappropriately touched in a public setting. Sadly, this is not an uncommon occurrence in our society. Numerous women have shared experiences of being subjected to unwelcome physical contact in public spaces, often feeling unable to act against it due to fear of social consequences or reprisal. This shared experience brought to light a significant societal flaw: the pervasive issue of misogyny and the devaluation of women. The story starkly reminds us that women are, regrettably, sometimes treated as less important than men, which is unequivocally wrong and a profound injustice. Literary pieces like Valenzuela's serve as powerful mirrors, reflecting these uncomfortable truths back to society. By shedding light on such injustices, literature doesn't just inform, it mobilizes. It can spark dialogue, foster empathy, and unite individuals against societal wrongs. This unity can manifest through small personal acts of courage or through collective actions that ultimately benefit society as a whole. This profound ability to connect and mobilize diverse audiences across cultures truly showcases the power and universality of literature. Regardless of whether a piece is written in a different language or explores themes deeply rooted in a local context, people from around the world can still forge a profound connection with the author through shared views, common struggles, and universal human experiences. Literature does become a powerful tool for understanding, empathy, and collective action, demonstrating that our shared humanity often outweighs our superficial differences. Besides the three modules, there were other activities during class, such as the hero's journey and the mystery box game, and lessons about elements of literary experience and fiction, which helped refresh my knowledge about literature and gave me new ideas as well. Special mention to the mystery box game. Not only did it refresh my current understanding of our lessons, but it was also thrilling, since we did win the game. I do wish that more professors would apply these kinds of activities in their lessons because it makes the lessons more engaging and fun. There's also the module activities, which allowed me to deeply reflect on our lessons. Considering all that, I do believe that what I learned in GLitvo would allow me to see the world differently. It made me realize that there are deeper meanings hidden behind the front page of everything, and that we shouldn't blindly judge something based on its first impression on us. We tend to misjudge things without really looking at them deeply, which could cause a lot of trouble, not just for us but for other people as well. I believe that this realization would help me become a better person. That sums up my experience during my time in GLitvo. Thank you. Moving forward to Module 3, Body, Mind, and Desire. This section of our course provided a profound exploration into the intricate connections between our physical selves, our psychological landscapes, and the driving forces of our desires. We examined how literature delves into these often private and complex aspects of human experiences, challenging societal norms and giving voice to the unspoken. One of the most impactful texts we encountered was Eve Ensler's The Vagina Monologues. This collection of monologues, based on interviews with women from diverse backgrounds, profoundly challenges conventional narratives surrounding female sexuality and bodily autonomy. It offers an unapologetic and often raw exploration of the female body, its experiences, and its desires, ranging from joy and pleasure to pain, trauma, and empowerment. The play breaks down taboos, confronting issues like sexual violence, body image, and the very language we use or don't use to discuss female anatomy and sexuality. The Vagina Monologues teaches us the immense power of naming, validating, and reclaiming experiences related to the female body and desire, urging us to recognize the political and personal significance of these narratives. It underscores how societal control often begins with controlling the narrative around our bodies, and how reclaiming that narrative is a vital step towards liberation. Complementing this exploration of desire and bodily choice, Ernest Hemingway's short story, Hills Like White Elephants, offers a more subtle but equally profound look into the complexities of desire, communication, and decision making within a relationship. The story, seemingly simple in its dialogue, revolves around a couple subtly discussing an unspoken operation, widely interpreted as an abortion. Here, desire is multifaceted. The man's desire for an uncomplicated future, the woman's implied desire for autonomy, and the unsaid desire for motherhood, or simply for genuine connection and understanding. The narrative powerfully uses subtext to reveal the tension between what is said and what is truly felt, highlighting how external pressures and differing desires can create immense internal conflict and strain. The white elephants themselves became a metaphor for something large, burdensome, yet potentially valuable, that one person might desperately want to be rid of, while the other sees its potential, beauty, or significance. This piece reminds us that desire isn't always overt or expressed. It often exists in the subtle shifts of conversation, the unspoken anxieties of the mind, and the profound choices related to one's own body. Both the Vagina Monologues and Hills Like White Elephants, despite their vastly different styles, converge on the module's core themes. The Vagina Monologues gives an explicit voice to the diverse experiences of the female body and desire, advocating for empowerment and breaking silences. Hills Like White Elephants, on the other hand, masterfully portrays the psychological complexities and unspoken desires that surround deeply personal bodily choices, showcasing the often private struggle within the individual's mind as they grapple with conflicting desires and external pressure. Together, they demonstrate how literature serves as an invaluable lens through which we can explore the intimate, often controversial, and deeply human landscape of our bodies, our minds, and the intricate web of our desires. This module truly reinforced that understanding ourselves, our relationships, and our place in the world requires confronting these fundamental aspects of human existence. As per Module 2, we talked about the colonial past and post-colonial present. Our Module 2 activity explicitly tackles this topic, pushing us to consider how historical forces continue to shape our contemporary world. Through our readings and discussions, particularly informed by the videos we examined, several key takeaways have emerged regarding the enduring legacies of colonialism and the complex realities of post-colonial experience, such as the pervasive nature of colonial stereotypes and prejudice. One of the most striking takeaways is the persistent presence of colonial stereotypes and racial prejudice in the post-colonial world. Wo Soyinka's poem, Telephone Conversation, vividly illustrates this. The landless discriminatory questions about the potential tenant's race highlight how deeply ingrained racial biases, often rooted in colonial hierarchies and classifications, continue to influence everyday interactions. The tenant's witty yet poignant response underscores the absurdity and dehumanizing effect of being judged solely on skin color. This theme is further amplified in the video, I'm Black, Not Poor, The heated discussion about wealth and race reveals how racial stereotypes, particularly the assumption that being black equates to poverty, are still prevalent. This isn't just about individual prejudice. It reflects systemic issues inherited from colonial structures where race was often tied to economic exploitation, and social status. The character's assertion, just because I'm black doesn't mean I'm poor, powerfully challenges these harmful historically derived assumptions and points to the ongoing struggle for recognition and dignity in a world still grappling with colonial imprints. The discussion around gentrification further illuminates how economic and social disparities, often along racial lines, continue to play out in post colonial urban landscapes. Despite these pervasive challenges, a crucial takeaway from the post colonial present is the continuous assertion of agency and the striving for self definition. The characters in both Telephone Conversation and I'm Black Not Poor actively push back against the stereotypes imposed upon them. Soyinka's tenant uses wit to dismantle prejudice, while the character in the I'm Black Not Poor video firstly reclaims his identity beyond economic assumptions. These acts of resistance, whether through art or everyday conversation, demonstrate the vital process of decolonization that occurs not just on a national level, but within individual and community narratives. In summary, Module 2 has powerfully demonstrated that the colonial past is not a bygone era, but a living force that continues to shape our present. I've learned that its legacies are visible in the persistence of racial stereotypes and prejudices, understood through the lens of cultural hegemony, and actively challenged through ongoing efforts of resistance and self determination. Recognizing these connections is crucial for navigating our complex post colonial world and working towards more equitable and just futures.